Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Medicus Deletius, and this is the second story of Jade Empire. No commentary involved.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard. For all that, he's trained you to be the best of us. You're not Master Li yet. I would welcome another match with you, though. Let's say one more before we break for the day. Let us begin.
Iron palm. Paralyzing palm. Iron. You will fall now.
Did you see? Master Li was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it. You do not need to be so confrontational. This was merely practice, one of the few times where a loss carries no impact. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush. He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you? You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer. I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves. Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist? A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within. Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within. True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions. It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord, a misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will. An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own. The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted. You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide. I am charged with... Who are you interested in? Master Li is a private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you. If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to. It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you? It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Li's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training, and needs someone to assist the other students. I am The turtle's shell protects him only from harm of which he is aware. Ask away. There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded. Very well. I'll choose someone who is competent in one-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready. Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like? Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic. Training has worth, and Masterly allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside 2 rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable. No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Masterly has instilled, when you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly. Let's see what you can learn.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Li when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City. You're right. Sometimes I just feel that I'm so far behind you that I may never catch up. I don't waste Master Li's time. I just feel very new to the school. If time is so valuable here, then I won't waste any more of yours. Even a kind statement would be harsh put so bluntly. I don't need to suffer this. Goodbye. I'm sorry, senior student. I must attend to my studies so as not to waste anyone's time. I'm sorry.
One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain. Gao does not have the patience to properly learn what Master Li is trying to teach us. Master Li says that these are troubled times, but he has sheltered us from any disturbances. Master Li says to always remember the basics. He is wise to provide our skills such a strong foundation. One day I'll reach your level of skill.
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best. We should keep practicing. We have a weapons training session later this afternoon. Perhaps one of the others, like Wen or Lin, could help you. If you wanted to help us practice in a match against us both, of course, we would be most honored. This is good news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Paralyzing palm. Iron palm. Paralyzing palm. Iron palm. Paralyzing palm. Iron palm.
That's enough! I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
If we're lucky, Dawnstar will bring us some sweets when she gets back. Dawnstar's garden is peaceful, even when she's not here. Dawnstar will be back sometime. She left us here to keep the garden safe. Are you here to see Dawnstar? She's not around right now. If we're lucky...
Onu yu wir napayir wo onu yu sayir ikupan. Owo sayir uyukap wo tarawayir shathir owo. Owo sayir uyukap wo tarawayir shathir owo. Uso siyir uthak tarawayir shathir owosu. Onu yu wir na...
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and I am tasked with keeping it so. Master Li has asked that no students leave the school until the morning meditations are concluded. Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted. I'm sorry. I meant no offense. I just want to do the best job I can, even if the task is just meant to keep me busy. No, it's just that I feel that this is something to keep me occupied. It is an honor to guard this gate, even if I worry that I might not be able to do more than cower behind it in times of trouble. Maybe I am. I can't seem to say anything right. I'm sorry, senior student. I'm clearly a failure. What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try. Wait, I know this. Yes. It's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized. Chi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds. Additionally, chi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike. I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day. Of his history? Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him. I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master. Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Li was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Typical. Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you. What? The old man? That's what he is. Young men don't get mired in foolish beliefs like the belief that your training is more important than everyone else's. If anything, you disrespect this school by monopolizing so much of the master's attention. I've heard worse threats from children. I know you'd never start anything without the old man's permission. You wouldn't dare risk your status as exemplar to us all. When did your tongue develop such barbs? Be careful lashing it around like that. Someone might tear it out for you. Master Li wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future? Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember that classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret. Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Li!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters. You will have your chance to fight soon enough. Go to Gujin, the weapon master. He has a weapon for you, and you will have need of it before long. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over. Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square. You near the end of your training, but I am still your master. You have a greater role than you know. For now, do as I say, and keep the basics at heart.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion. Interconnectedness of all things, even that which is humble, can be the key to greater things.
I hear bandits have injured Kia Min. She is a favorite pupil and holds the record for the challenge I run. I'm sure Master Li will take care of her. What can I do for you? Goodbye.
Bandits coming here. They must not know about the school, or at least about Master Li. He's not a man to stand idly by while people suffer. If they hurt Kia Min badly, Master Li will be angry. I'd hate to be the captain of that ship if Master Li is angry.
I'm sorry, senior student. I must attend to my studies so as not to waste anyone's time.
Remember the basics. Remember the basics. Why does Master Li keep repeating that? Master Li keeps talking about restless dead, but there's nothing like that around here. Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us. Dawnstar is very skilled, but she doesn't leave her garden very often. Remember the...
I may finally get a chance to see some combat if there are truly bandits coming. I'm sure Master Li will be able to save Kia Min even if she's wounded. But I wonder who will salve her pride, walking along the shore my foot. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Li saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely. That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Of course, there could be worse views. Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning. Why would you ask me? Everyone knows I don't get along with her. She's too moody to talk to, always looking past you as if there's something more interesting happening behind you. You certainly don't seem to have any trouble getting along with her. And you, of all people, should know to look for her at her garden by the school gate. You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that. Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. Not that you don't deserve the attention. I'd be flirting with you non-stop if you weren't so focused on whatever it is Master Li has in store for you. All of us get a little envious of that. Even Gao gets pushed aside, and he doesn't like being anything less than the center of attention. You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of. Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Frankly, I think she might have a little crush on you too. Notice how she's been less willing to train with you recently? Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Li tries to never let it show, He obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two. You know what is said. Master Li believes you're special, but won't say why. It makes you interesting. Some of the others don't find it as intriguing as I do. Some even consider it an attack on their worth. If you wish, what do you want to ask about? Master Li took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside. I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago. I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born. If you would. Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise? They're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost. According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation. That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense. From what I understand, Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things that others can't. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say if it's intuition or something else. I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years. I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Li has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate. When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life. Don't you think that there's more important things than practice right now? Suddenly everything feels so real. leaving so soon? Oh well, back to my training.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did. What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish? That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone. Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future? You're right. As useful as it was to help Master Li learn about the restlessness of the dead, thanks to my gift, I see enough disturbing things as it is. If we can stop the bandits quickly, we can keep everyone safe. Let's go get your weapon from Guzhen's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack. Of course, I can speak now or during our walk. Master Li suggested that I accompany you, in case you require assistance. His workshop is in the center of the village by the gate, up the stairs from the square. It's the largest and most permanent building. You must be tired if you're asking me about that. You've talked to him many times. I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating Qi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else? We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time, They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld. If a person's life was very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very dangerous. I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be coming. I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom theirs? If a person's... We should get our weapons as quickly as we can. I am honored that Master Li feels I am worthy of standing beside you.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
Paralyzing palm. Iron palm. Paralyzing palm. Iron palm.
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
It's so awful. They killed him.
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
It's so... Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers? It's so...
Heavens, no! I'm so shocked, I don't... I'm so...
This path leads to the beach. Gujin's shop is north of the main square. We should really get our weapons as soon as we can.
You could ni kunk uno sa son could noka ukyorir. Nararo, na pirapir ni takatashi. Kun nir fuk no son could na no wana nyapir. Isana yuyo. Nararo, na pirapir ni takatashi. Ikir nik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno. O Nikasurier Kwanano Koni Oknawata Ir. Ukirwir no fantayana ukona ni pinatawa. Usair Kokanato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafatoyo. Kokanato Siri Panoninico. Irkana. O Nikasurier Kwanano Kasair Iruru. Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi. Wunno wir na no ba irsu, isana yuyo, ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana napir. Ho, to fuwe ta wita ir ukarashita wewo. Ir soni ir o nikasuri ir kwana no ir usoana ta hoki. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. Ikirnik tinepiru wo iferek uk son puno. Sata tawe ir wo nawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutok. Sairosti usiat saro rasipa ukar ir snapsoaku. Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi. Ikirnik tinepiru, wo iferek uk son puno. Satakwa ir nigarwa fam. Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi. Ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir, isana yuyo. Ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir, isana yuyo. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. O nikasurier kwana no koni uk nawata ir nik nipier. Ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir, isana yuyo. O nikasurier kwana no koni uk nawata ir nik nipier. Wunno wir na no ba irsu, isana yuyo. Ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Wo soki pawir ukar sawiro. Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir. Tasir sir tintu. Funye wo siye wo tahufu. Wo sun pununok. Yapapap nasia iwir saye uoth. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. Yu kut ni kunk uno sa ir son kut noka uk yorir. O nikasurier kwana no koni uk nawata ir nik nipier. Ikir nik tinepiru wo iferek uk son puno. Sa ir yagoak kokanato sir ipanoneniko. Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir. Ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Isana yuyo. Irkana. O nikasurier kwana no kasa ir iruru. Yukut ni kunk uno sa ir son kudnoka uk yorir. Ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Isana yuyo. O nikasurier kwana no koni uk nawata ir nik nipier. Ko nirfuk. O sinsu kokopir fuku. Sa ir yagoak kokanato sir ipanoneniko. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. Ikirnik tinepiru wo iferek uk son puno. Ok sosa sarano fuk no. Rek ni uk ni akawanir rapani. Wo son puno no. Yapapap nasia iwir sa ye uoth. Tikotro tuaso.
What was that noise from the town square? Are people fighting? What was that? I heard a terrible scream. Are the bandits here yet? What was that?
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I'd better let someone else have some fun for a change. Can't abandon the gate. You never know if they're gonna sneak around. My weapons? Yes. I don't know how to use them. I just do this so I don't have to work the fields. Guarding the gate looked easy. I never thought bandits would actually come. Please don't let them get me. Don't let them. Save us! I don't want to be buried in the field. Save us!
Ujuir Shatyir Uksayanan. Sawani Karpa.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
Swoir Ufir Wakwanpa. Wotarawir Fuir Nupayir Nichikir. If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here? Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Li as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you to stay focused on your first weapon. I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star. They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it. They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet. It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it. I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite yet. I'll explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that very few people have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Li wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find. Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with. One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon, and the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time. That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town. I don't know, but their ship is large. There could be many of them. You have to help, senior student. They're making their way toward the town now. The few men in the militia weren't able to stop them. Master Li hasn't returned yet with Kia Min. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns. If you think that is wise, I will come and do what I can.
I'm sorry, my friend, but Student CPAT isn't ready to face real combat. He has only just arrived. He has a big heart, but that is not enough for bandits. Go to the school. Seal the gates. We will deal with this.
Yes, Dawnstar, I'll go now. Those gates will stay closed on my watch. You can count on it.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure. Iron Bomb. Focus. Paralyzing Bomb. You with focus. Iron Bomb. Paralyzing Bomb. Focus. Iron Bomb. Paralyzing Bomb. Iron Bomb.
Hold your tongue, old man! This
Paralyzing fall! Paralyzing fall! Iron palm! Paralyzing palm!
You can't fight us! There's no one to help you!
Paralyzing palm! Iron!
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
I can hear...
Thank the heavens you came down.
Paralyzing palm! Iron palm! Paralyzing palm! Iron palm! Paralyzing palm! Iron palm! Paralyzing palm! You are weak!
The school has been closed due to the bandit attack. You will have to fight the bandits while I wait for Master Li to return with Kia Min, the wounded student. I can't. I only just arrived, and Master Li has delayed my training to attend to some other matter. I wish I could, but I am just not able. I will guard the gate as best I can, but I can't wade into a bandit attack.
Yet another village with no purpose.
I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
Paralyzing palm. Iron. Paralyzing palm. Iron. Paralyzing palm. Iron. Paralyzing palm. Stop. Iron. Paralyzing palm.
Look out!
Iron. Paralyzing palm. Focus. Iron palm. Paralyzing palm. Paralyzing palm. Paralyzing palm. Iron palm. You are weak. Go to more.
Watch yourself.
Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this. Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it. I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
You! Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success. It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready. You would have fought, and you would have died. You are not ready, but you soon will be. There is no choice left to us. I will explain at the school. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Li could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily. This is so confusing. Master Li said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me. I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else. Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and For some reason, the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere. I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was, or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he has not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
There you go again with your playful words. I never know when you're serious or what my reaction should be.
Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do. Well, we've already visited Gu Jin, who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming always has a story, and he's usually by the statue on the beach. Merchant Fen Do is in the village square. He's been expecting new goods any day now, for weeks. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial combat, go see Smiling Mountain. He is behind the ring, near the student quarters. He's always amusing. I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating Qi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else? We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld. Then we should return to Master Li so he can talk to you about this attack.
And this is the end of this part of the story. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe. Medicus Delicius out.